What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxora, and today we are doing Premier Draft Neon Dynasty. Just came out today on stream at twitch.tv/Roxora098, doing it live. So yeah, let's go. We just played some Sealed. Sealed was, it's sealed to sealed, but for being sealed, it was pretty enjoyable. So excited to get down into it. As we are waiting for the queue to pop here, nice. If you are not subscribed, subscribe. If you like the content, like the video, all of that stuff. And let's get to the draft. Let's go, let's go. All right. So first up, we got Cloud Steel Kieran. 3/2 flying. And it has this other text on it, but we don't really care about that. We care about it is a 3/2 flying for 3. So that's probably what we're taking here. Some other decent cards. In intercessors. This card, the arrest, is pretty good. I found this card to be like okay. I think this card's pretty bad. What else is decent here? I don't know. Not much else. This card's fine. This card's fine. This card hits hard, and this card's pretty good, I believe. But we're gonna nab the Kieran. What is a Kieran? I don't know what that is, but Ninja's Kunai has been fairly impressive. We do have this Banishing Slash here and this Double Striker, which seems pretty good. So we're probably gonna end up with the question is like, do we want this Kunai or should we take one of these? This destroys an artifact, enchantment, or a creature. I feel like there's a lot of targets for this. I feel like this card's pretty good. So I'm gonna nab this. If you take the Kunai here, I don't fault you for it. The Kitsune, if you're taking this, like you're trying to be white, you should just take the Banishing Slash. But it's a close one between Banishing Slash and Kunai because they're both fairly good removal. Alright, so we could do this. That's pretty spicy. Or this is samurai stuff, which we don't really want to get into just yet. Vehicles of Menace, not really where we want to be at. 3 mana, 4/3 Vigilance Crew 1 is not bad. I think I'm going to go with the Assassin Ink, though. We already got an equipment. We already kind of want to have enchantments at some point, so might as well pick this up. This is the black theme. This is the black-white. Enchantments and artifacts matter. So really, I'm very impressed that they've kind of made it work. Like, this card is... I think they've done it by making the card fine and then adding onto it more. Alright, so I'm kind of down for this. 3 mana 2/2 Double Strike seems pushed to me. I don't know why. Like, 3 mana 2/2 Double Strike was playable, right? Choose one to exile a creature or an enchantment. Not really what we want. Yeah, I think I'm just going for this. Why do I think 3 mana 2/2 Double Strike is good? I don't know. Why does it cost more than Ninjutsu? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't really get that. I guess to balance it, so that, if you want to put this into play as a surprise, you kind of have to pay a tax. I don't particularly, get too attached to that. Okay, that's not bad. Discard 2 cards, ninjas and rogues, get stuff. 7 mana, 7/7 crew 2, trample haste. Interesting. It's a honky boy. There's also this, which is just scribe to you, gain 2 life, and makes 2/2, and it's an enchantment. So, or we just take a 2/3 menace. I think it's very close. I mean, I could go into the deep on this. I don't think we have too many I don't think this is even what we want, right? Like, we don't really have too much modified stuff at the moment. I think we're gonna take this era. The Colossus is spicy, but I think this card has been playable enough. It's a decent enchantment. Yeah, it sets you up, and yeah, I don't know. Enters or dies. Put a counter on a creature or vehicle. This is also kind of interesting. But I don't know if we want to take that. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land reveal, put it into your hand. That seems pretty bad. Enters for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another one. I don't think we want that. I think we want the Mentor or the Kitsune Ace. I think this is fine. I think I'm going to take the Mentor. So when it enters or dies, it puts a counter on something, and like that seems pretty good. Get another one, or we can take this. This seems really strong. Like, this seems valuable, but this seems really good as a one-drop. I think I'm going to play this. I'm going to take this. Like, just the tap ability is a little expensive. More expensive than I'd like it to be. But we're definitely in white here. Like, these are two pretty decent white cards. Pretty late. Seventh pick. So, I don't want to nap here. Yeah, I think I already have one of these. So I think the second one doesn't really... like, yeah, I think it's just a little too lackluster in power as opposed to this card's potential. I feel like is pretty good. Yeah. Reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. They discard a card. If you don't, put 2 counters on target creature or vehicle. That's kind of cool. And then we got this. When it leaves the battlefield, you can pay 2 if you do draw a card. It's just an early creature that, you know, works with you know, our Banishing Slash and this. And then later on it can cantrip. I'm down for that. What was I forget what card we just passed up on. This I think was the pack we just had. Or one of the packs. Yeah, this is the pack we just had because there's 8. There's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So 9th pick is our pack, and we've gotten this back. Just pretty spicy if you can enable this. Like, this is pretty decent, getting 2 keywords. This card is good, but it's replaceable. This card's good, but not what this deck wants to, like, focus on. So let's grab that. Kunai Wield? Do people not know the power level of the Kunai? The amazingness of the Kunai? This can't... Enchant artifact or creature gets -1 and it can't block. And then they lose 1. This seems kind of nice. A little bit, but I think I think the Kunai is more consistent. And I also have to watch out for, like, artifacts versus enchantments. I need some more enchantments, so maybe I should have taken that. Oh, well, here's this. This card's good. This card's just good. And then, like, later we can start to pick up a vehicle or two. Like, this card doesn't really need vehicles. It kind of just sits there as enchantment. This is the only white card in the pack. Right? Like, you just play this. So, like, that was a good pickup, actually. Because it adds a tick to our enchantment count there. Alright, I'll take another one. This, I'm probably not going to try to play these. This is pretty filler. I do not try and play this card. Okay, the Kitsune Ace actually is a decent playable that I do not mind having in the deck. Like, if we get vehicles here, like, not bad at all. That's kind of tempting, but man, that's really tempting to just, like, nab that. This is really good, though. This is enters the battlefield, draw a card. Like, this is nice, but this is... maybe we do nab this. Man, this is close. And there's a decent vehicle here. This card's whatever. This card's whatever. This card's whatever. Really, the big thing is, like, this versus this. I think this is a better card overall. It's a better body, and... But I do think we need enchantments. What does it get if it has an enchantment? It gets menace. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go with. No, I'm gonna go with this because. Yeah, I think this is a little better of just a better of a card overall. All creatures get -2/-2. If a creature would die, exile it. Not really interested in that. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1 if you do. Create a 1/1 for each shrine. I'm not really interested in that. This isn't that great either. This is kind of interesting too. It's an artifact. This is another Kunai. I think I'm wanting this Kunai. I don't know which is better to take here. I feel like I'm leaning more towards the cheap card that kills something. Alright, that's fine. Enters Mills 3, put the bottom card brew library. Oh, it has Defender. I don't really want that. I don't really want that if it has Defender. Deals 4 damage to target attacker or blocker. Oh, I feel like we take this here. These are likely to, again, to be pretty good. The Samurai is nice. Like, I actually do think we take the Samurai instead. I think the Samurai is going to be a little better. This is nice too, but this is such a good 2-drop. Like, this is fine, but we have enough removal. I'm going to actually nab the Samurai here. Okay, so this is a 1/1 artifact that, like, does some stuff, but it's not that great. This is an enchantment. I wish I knew how playable this was, because I might consider rare drafting it. This would be a situation where, like, if this was a playable card in standard or whatever, like, it would warrant. I'm gonna check out my creature count here. I think I'm actually gonna nab this. We do kind of need some more artifacts at some point. This is a good one, but I'm gonna nab this here. This is also a cheap card to play for the kunai. If it's an enchantment creature, legendary creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it, gets +2/+2 this turn. That doesn't seem great, but we don't have anything else. It's literally the only card. Right. These are not cards we really want. I guess, like, I don't want to splash for this. Like, yeah, we should just take our pity card and move on. Sag. Our deck is still looking really good. Like, we've got 16 cards that are, like, really playable. We've got, like, a few fillers over here that we don't really want to play. Add one card, tap another untapped artifact you control, draw a card, then discard a card. Not what I'm interested in. I think we just take the Searchlight Companion. It's 3 mana, 1/1 flying. It makes 2 bodies. And it's an artifact. So, fine. This is, like, fine too, but I think this is a little better. And it works well with, like, the ninjutsu guys. So, like, yeah. This is not bad. I'm actually interested in that. There's also this. I think this is just the card we take here, unfortunately. This is pretty replaceable. Like, we can find a 5-drop in pack 3. But this is premium. This is premium for this deck. I already know. You get another Searchlight, or you can get the Beetle. Artifact creature that makes our opponent discard a card. It's kind of nice. Kind of down for that. And it's a 2-drop. This being 2 mana versus 3 mana, it's already kind of good. Like, both of these 2 for 1, but this does it for 2 mana instead of more mana. Search a library for an aura or a shrine. Do we have any auras? I think we have all sagas. So I think I'm actually going to take this Colossus here. Or I could take this. I'm actually going to grab this. Yeah. I think this is a little better. Ah, oh, man, it's, like, so tempting. Don't we have, like, the crew thing, but, like, yeah, this is just better. It's just more consistent, you know? I would not mind some more of this guy. We would have a very low-to-the-ground deck. Discards 2 cards, ninjas and rogues gain menace. I think I'm just going for the companion again. This is whatever. Yeah. I would take some black or white. I don't know how many ninjas there are in white. I don't think there was a lot, but I would take some. I'm gonna take this guy. Once again, this guy's gonna have Death Touch a lot. It's just gonna be a 3/2 Death Toucher. None of these matter. We'll take a cool Spell Pierce. Why not? Also doesn't matter. All right. So let's see what pack 5 can get us here. I don't think these matter. Yeah. All right. So we're not going to grab that. I'd like to see... Oh, that's kind of nice. This is these... I said I wanted another one of these, and I kind of do. But we need some enchantments, and this is a pretty decent one. Give stuff flying. And so, like, you could play it into this, and it would have menace and flying. So, like, that's pretty good. The beetle is fine. There's a lot of good cards in this pack. This is not good. I don't know why this card's here. This is 2 mana 3/1. When it enters the battlefield, target creature you control gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn. This is like fine, but not for this deck. Like we can wheel this, the brute suit, the beetle. Like there's so much stuff we can wheel. So that's pretty hype. We've got some choices here. I think I want to take the mentor. This is pretty replaceable. Enters, choose one. This is like a ninja card. I'm not even looking at that. This is also another like card that's not really relevant. So like it's a choice between the Selfless Savior, this Leech Gauntlet, which is a decent 2-drop, and this. I'm kind of down for this. I feel like this is going to be powerful. And then we can like pick one of these 2-drops or whatever on the way back, or like if we find something else that's like pretty comparable. Right, none of these are really good. I think we go with this, even though we again have 0 vehicles. We have 0 vehicles right now. This is pretty nice too, but we have good removal, right? I'd rather just have all of like the good 1-mana plays and like have a decent number of enchantments. I don't have any blue cards we would want to play. No, we're not playing Spell Pierce. Like you could take this and maybe splash, but it's between this and this here, and I think we're pretty good on removal. Okay, this is another nice one. Enters the battlefield if you control an artifact and enchantment, you draw a card and lose a life. That's not bad for curve purposes. Yeah, I feel like I gotta think about curve here, and this might be good. It cantrips if we have our stuff, and like the only enchantment we take here is this one. This card's not that good to our deck. Like the Circuit Mender is good, but like we've got tons of artifacts. We've got 10 artifacts in our deck. So let's just do that. Spend this only to cast artifacts. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, draw a card. I think I would like to take this. This can like spend us only to cast or activate abilities. I don't think we really have any activated abilities that we'd really want to do. Maybe we do this to put extra counters on stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I don't think that's gonna be particularly good. All right, now I really want to take this. Oh, there's this. I think I got to take this and to have some sort of top end, and we got 2 of these. So yeah, like if we ever like accrue this with this, like that's just gonna feel super good. Okay, now I want to take this. This is whatever. Oh, this has flying. This is just better, right? This is a 3/2 flying with crew 1. Yeah. Now I'm wishing I didn't take this and I took the artifact. All right. Well, this is an easy choice. We're taking a mentor here, or we could take this. Nah, let's take that mentor. Let's go really hard on trying to figure out if mentor is good or not. Playing as much as we can of it. Okay, there's a brute suit. I think we're good on creatures. We got 20 creatures. Yeah, we wanna put some vehicles in our deck for this card. So we've already got a few. Maybe we don't even end up running this card now. Gets +1 -2/-2, and it gets additional for each modified creature you cast. Oh, so like this is -2 -2, like, and even better with mentor. And like we've also got some stuff that can attach, right? We've got reconfigure stuff, so it's not bad at all. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle, untap it. I don't think I'm particularly interested in that. Okay, our deck looks really good. Holy moly. I'm gonna start trimming. I'm gonna trim this. I'm gonna trim this. We've got some choices. We've got some choices to make. We might actually cut this because it's not an artifact. Yeah. When a vehicle you control attacks, it gets first strike. So we could do that with like this. Yeah. This seems cool. I'm excited for this. All right, none of this matters. just finish things up. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to cut. I think this might be one of them. Yeah. Ace. This is definitely a cut. Ooh. Okay, hold up. So like we've kind of turned into the vehicle, like a vehicles deck now. So like yeah, now I think we get rid of this. I think we get rid of. I think this is pretty. I think this is a lot worse than the virus beetle because this guarantees gets a card out of their hand. It's a guaranteed 2-for-1. We take this out. Do I even care about this? How many enchantments do we have now? We have 4. So yeah, we should be cutting artifacts instead of enchantments, probably. I like all of these. Are they not count? Are they counting? Wait. Are they counting the creatures as artifacts? Yeah, they are. Okay. Um. This is fairly replaceable. Maybe we don't need this. Got decent removal otherwise, yeah. Oh, man, this is hard. Like we've got so many playables. It's actually difficult. Is this card good? It's a 4-mana 3/4 most of the time, and even when it's not, it just draws us a card. Maybe this isn't the play. We've already got oh, did we not take the dog? We didn't take doggo. Why did I take over the dog? I don't know what I took over the dog, but that was weird. I would kill for the dog now. That was a bad play. Yeah, I think I'm cutting this. I can cut one of these. Holy moly, what do I do here? Maybe these come out. And I don't have really good turn 2 plays. Maybe we actually cut one of these. Yeah, maybe cut these. Cut this and this, and then we cut one of these. So we're not playing this. We're not gonna play this. Yeah, really the only thing that I would be like sad about is like yeah, this and this. Like I do like the 2-drops. Maybe I don't need this. I don't need 2 of these. I've got here, here, here for removal. Maybe I do want this. Maybe this is actually a cut. Actually, yeah, let's cut the I can't believe I'm cutting the samurai. The samurai feels really good, but maybe it's not as good as the beetle. This is also so rough where like I'm worried about having enchantments, and this is like another enchantment that we could play. Yeah, we've got this and we've got this as our only enchantments. It's like maybe I'll put this back in. But at the same time, like just this having Death Touch and like maybe sometimes having Menace is like fine. This is very rough. I hope you'll stay with me for this because be understanding of this. Maybe the beetle. Maybe the beetle goes away. Trade the beetle for this, and then take out the brute suit and put in a saga. So that way we have 4. That like increases this number a little bit, and then we have got 8 artifacts. I don't like that. I want more artifacts. take this and then, I don't know, like cut. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this. I feel like we've got enough stuff, and we don't really want too many copies of an effect like this, with you know, only 2 mentors. All right, so there we go. There's our deck. A lot of choices there because we drafted so well. Like we've got like look at our like you know sideboard here. We've got Banishing Slash and the sideboard Kitsune, another mentor. Like we've got so many cards here that we're just like not using. But the big notion here that you know, with this deck is like, this deck doesn't really have a great long game plan. As you see, there are no cards over 5 mana, or five mana or greater. So we're definitely going to need to end games quick. So hopefully we do that. Why does it say red? Weird. Oh, because you just drafted some red cards. I don't like that it does that. That's weird. Okie dokie. I think the plan here is to do just a few games for the video, and then ooh, kind of down. We draw any vehicle. Play this on 1, play this on 2. Alright. Sure. I'm very okay with that. Let's just do this. Next turn we can play this, or we can play this even. Actually, yeah, this is probably a little better, I want to say, depending on what our opponent does. Yep. So play this. I think now I just play this, right? We play this and pass. And then we can play both of these even if we really wanted to, and this is gonna have Menace and Death Touch. So should provide really good value. That's okay with me. What do you put a counter on something? Sure. So it doesn't really matter as much as this now, yes, because this says it's gonna be. I guess this has having flying and menace is gonna be good. So, yeah. And I'm gonna play this just in case they somehow have artifact removal. I don't expect them to have a flash creature, so they do seem to have some sort of instant speed effect. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it might be. So, we've got a lot of menace dudes, and unless they make some dudes, we're gonna get in for some damage. We're gonna get in for some damage here. That's insane. So that's fine. Because we get to we get to just kill everything. Right? We get to do that. We get to crew. Oh, we don't get to do everything because we don't have the mana, the correct mana and everything. I guess I just put this on this and see about next turn. Just do that. But our opponent here is in some deep trouble. I think they're just dead because unless they can play 2 creatures that have reach, they're in a very rough spot. This card is very good. This card is, I think, people have been talking about this card as like the card that you don't want to see on turn 1 in draft. Yep. You got a 3/6. Ooh. Okay, so they actually forced me to discard the Assassin's Ink, which is very scary. Except for the fact that we can just tap something down. So, never mind. So, I think we still have lethal here. Alright, they go to 9. So actually, what do we do here? We just crew with this and then tap this down. Oh, that was still lethal because we had the kunai. All right, there we go. That's our deck working at its finest. That was really impressive. Just having that was what I was worried about, is like just making sure we have an enchantment. There we got kind of lucky having that enchantment on turn 1, but obviously all the enchantment was doing was giving our dude menace, but basically like that enchantment is so powerful with the rest of our vehicles. And it's just a great turn 1 play. So like I was worried about that, but we had it there, but we might not always have it, is my concern. So we'll see. So we've got 1 into 3 into 4. That's pretty good. I think I have to keep any hand with an artifact and an enchantment. We can't really cast this yet until we draw another land, which hopefully we do. I mean, we've got a few in here. All right. Like to draw. So these are 3/2s with Death Touch. Okay, that's pretty nice. We're not gonna block that. No, sir. You may deal damage. Okay. Ooh, that changed my play. Kind of does. Because now I'm going to play this. This is a good blocker, and now I can put a counter here. Get it attacking. It's kind of interesting. When you do Shark player mills X for X is the number of shrines, so I'm not too worried about this. If they want to pay mana to do this, not affect the board. Oh, interesting. They didn't actually do anything, which is interesting. They didn't actually do that, which means they have a play here. I could cast this and give this menace. That would let me get in for damage, but maybe we just play this or this. Yeah, I think we just play this and equip this on something. So let's attack with this. All right. Sure. Do I even want to play this? Maybe I'll just play this instead. We have this as a blocker. Now let's just do this. Let's just do this. What do they have? And then we might as well equip this kunai onto something. Might as well. This is kind of target. Oh, do they not draw lands? I was wondering what was going on, and they just I didn't draw lands. Alright. Happens. You win some, you lose some. As they say. Ourselves our first mastery orb. This has been very finicky today. Has not been the most consistent, but anyways. That art of the reality chip, so cool. Yeah, this is fine. It's not the best, right? Like, we play this on 2. It gets lifelink. Right. You can play this and then play an artifact and it gets death touch, but then we can't give it menace until the turn after. That's fine, right? Let's go attacking. Oh, please block. I would love it if you blocked. Alright. Now I'm gonna change my mind where I would rather play this and threaten to block this. I guess like I can give this indestructible, but might as well just not even risk it, right? Like why give him the chance? Especially since next turn we can play this, and then the turn after we can play this, and this is both. So we've done a really good job of drawing our, was it 4 enchantments? I guess that's a fairly decent probability, I guess. Right. I think I'm attacking with this. Because whenever it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. Yeah, like I'm good. I want to keep this around. If they block here. Interesting move. Like now we're pretty safe to just go for this, right? Target creature does damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Now I'm just gonna do this indestructible. Cool. Like, I'm not gonna be able to gain any more life, but I get to keep this around. This is one of my better cards. Okay. I think we do this now. So what this does is it lets me play Kunai, the Kunai, and equip and activate it all in the same turn. It's like I force them to double block if they even want to do anything. Or equipped a creature becomes blocked. This is only if it becomes blocked, so not if I block if they block. I think I would like both of these. I think I would like both of these in that order. Like I guess, right? Like this, does this give? It does give +1/+1, but maybe I do it. Maybe I do in this order then. So cast this, equip. And then attack with this. They're forced to double block or... Okay, take 6. Or take 8. It's like now they're like in a very bad position to like try to reconfigure stuff, because I could just kill whatever they try to put stuff on. This is not as good as I thought. It's 2 mana to reconfigure. It's like fine. Oh, and it only deals damage. I thought it dealt damage to the creature. It deals damage to the player. Never mind. I gotta read these cards. I gotta read these cards, man. As long as a creature is a permanent, is +1/+1 reach and that. So it's a 1/3. I guess we just do this now. Yeah, we just. You can get me back. Yeah. And we're at such a high life total, like this race is going to be so easy. Wow, they don't even want to... So I don't want to put the counter on this originally because it's going to kill both of them, or like this is going to die anyways. So let's just put a counter here. Oh. Do I even... Yeah, I think I just try and end the game. Like, I'm at such a high life total. They want to double block? Or they go to 7? Like, I am down for this. Yep. So, there's a couple of different things that I could do here. I think the easy solution is to just cast this lethal exploit, which will give this -3/-3 because I have a +1/+1 counter. So 7-Tail Mentor doing work here, giving us that modification. And then next turn we can use the Befriending the Moths to go above and beyond. Gonna empty out our hand here. I think we're just gonna... Yeah. I think we already won that game. It was just kind of BMing at that point, yeah. Well, that was an easy 3-0, right? I think that's all I'm going to do for the video because it's already been, it's already been 42 minutes. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stop the video here. Actually, I'm just gonna do. I'm trying to keep my videos short. So let me close the video here, and then that's also gonna do it for me because I do gotta go to bed. I'll finish these up probably tomorrow on stream. So feel free to catch that. But let me end the video real quick. All right, that is going to do it for the games. If you want to see the rest of the results, check me out at twitch.tv/Rexora098. Let's talk over the deck a little bit though, because we've got a pretty good, sense of the abilities of this deck, and just the format in general. First of all, really good deck, really good at being aggressive. Not to toot my own horn here, but Okuba Reckoner Raid, just dealing 2 damage. Becoming a 2/2 menace, and then giving our vehicles, like we saw in that game, I think it was the Dragonfly suit, just giving this menace made it super difficult to block. The Selfless Samurai, which I think we almost didn't pick, was good. The Kitsune Ace, all being really good 2-drops. We saw Lethal Exploit able to get rid of some 3 and potentially even 4 toughness creatures sometimes, because we have 2 copies of 7-Tail Mentor, which is really good at putting counters on stuff. Like that. Befriend the Moths felt good in the game where we were going to cast it and win the game. And we saw that our Blade Blesser, even when it didn't have Menace, because we only have 4 enchantments in this deck, just having a 3/2 Death Touch was pretty good. And then in the cases where we had Menace, which was actually quite a bit, I want to say, it felt really good. We didn't get to play Arcane in these games. The Mender is really good. You stick this in every single deck, gaining 2 life and then drawing a card. In Sealed, a bunch of my opponents were playing really poorly or just not reading and bouncing this card, and it draws a card when it leaves, so that's kind of funny. Let's see what else was good about the deck. Moth Rider Patrol, good. It was just a good turn 1 play. Can crew both of our vehicles, right? Or both of our important vehicles, both of our vehicles. And then just if we wanted to tap something in the late game, good. The Kunai is really good if you see this card and you are playing enough creatures in your deck, which you really should be. Definitely pick this up. I would probably not play more than 2 or 3. Getting to 4 copies is probably hard anyways, but I would not play 4 copies. I would stick to 2 and 3 just to give you a frame of reference. Yeah, never played Searchlight Companion, and I don't think we ever attacked with the Brute Suit, but both of these cards I know are good. The rate is nice. And yeah, that's the deck. Fairly simple. Just play stuff early. Get your artifacts, get your enchantments if you can. Put counters on stuff, and get attacking. I feel like this deck would probably not do well again in a grindy matchup. We don't have a lot of things that can draw us extra cards. We have things that make multiple, stuff. But if our opponent is successful in dealing with that stuff, then we're kind of boned there. So that's another thing about Selfless Samurai, was giving something. We saw in one game, our opponent used a removal spell on our Blade Blesser, and we were able to save it after we've been attacked too, by the way. By the way, if you're going to do those things, you probably want to do it before in the main phase 1, just before this thing attacks, because once it attacks, you're more than ready to sacrifice it off. Yeah. Right, that's gonna do it for the video. Again, if you want to watch the rest, or if you want to hear how the deck did, you can look in the description. I'll try and put the result of the deck of how this deck did in the rest of the draft. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me, and I will see you guys for the next video.